I'm just here in the town of Loughgall in County Armagh, which has two historic claims to fame. One being it's the location of the foundation of the Orange Order, which was in this building just in front of me here. I'll show you now. So this white building, sorry, you can't really see it there. But Sloane's house, in the rear of Sloane's house in the parlour, James Sloane helped draw up papers that would be the foundation of the Orange Order. So I can't say I know much about the Orange Order, but it is a fraternal organisation that promotes Protestantism and Ulster loyalism, and they often parade and march throughout Northern Ireland. Now they have lodges across Scotland, England, Wales, and I think some of the United States. But this building behind me was the foundation of the Orange Order. Now, what I didn't know is it closes on Mondays, so I can't go in. I would have been interested to view it, but it's closed. So you just have the Orange Order flag there at the back, and there's a little bench that says 1921 till 2021. So obviously dedicated to some centenary. But you'll see it up here. Oh, can't see the sign. But it says Museum of Orange Heritage. So it has artefacts related to the Orange Order and its foundation. But it was in this building. See, there's a little plaque here now, I might say. It was in this building that the Orange Order was founded. So this tablet placed here by the Imperial Grand Orange Council of the World, 13th July 1937, to mark the birthplace of the first lodge of the Loyal Orange Institution of Ireland, following the Battle of the Diamond, 21st of September 1795. Fear God, honour the King, and love the Brotherhood. So that's what that plaque says. It's a bit hard to see, but it might show up. So yeah, the foundation of the Orange Order was in this building by James Sloane. Now, I don't know, like I said, I don't know much about the order, but you people in the comments might let you know either their positive or negative views of the order, but it was in this building. Now, the second historic event that took place here was the Loughgall ambush, which took place in 1987 when 8 members of the IRA and 1 civilian were ambushed and killed by the SAS when they were attempting to attack an RUC barracks. Now we'll make our way through the village and I'll try and give some of the history. Now if I turn it off, or I don't want to annoy locals, so it is where they live, in fairness, so I'll try and do it in a respectful way. But the town of Loughgall. Now, I can't say I know much about the history of Loughgall besides the Orange Order building and the ambush, but they have little, like Besbrook, they have little information posts about events and things that took place here. So this is all ruin. This is a old graveyard and church that's on the way up towards the site of the ambush. Medieval church in Leia Villa featured the contemporary statements on the 1641 uprising. Captives are said to have been driven into the old church and held prisoner. The church was burnt in 1642. So we'll just have a little walk around. Oh yeah. So must have been someone important. Nicholas Archibald, I think it says. So it seems like a sleepy little town. There's not many people out and about, but it is Monday, so most people are probably in work. But this is the old church grounds, or old church of Loughgall. Walking on the headstone there. So there is a little commemoration, Loughgall district, in memory of those local prophets who were murdered in this church and elsewhere in 1641 by those who opposed the Reformation. Now, my medieval history is not great, so I wouldn't even know what they're discussing there. I don't know if that was like a Protestant or a Catholic event, but yeah, I'll have to look up my older history sometimes to give a little bit of a background. But it's the old church grounds and old headstones and little mausoleums. There's more newer graves over there. Ooh, don't want to walk on any. Anyway, make our way out and up towards the Loughgall ambush site, and I'll give you as much history as I can and the events surrounding that day in May 1987. The IRA suffered their biggest loss in a single event throughout the Troubles. But we'll also have a look at the town of Loughgall as well. There's a few little interesting bits and pieces to see. I don't know what these leads up to, but I might go up there later on. So entrance is up to that grand house up there, but I'm not sure what's up there, so might leave that till later. But yeah, it's a little like one-way street village. It's kind of nice. But they have this Sloan house, and then back there was like a Masonic lodge, but I missed that on the video. But we'll make our way up through Loughgall, and you can just have a little look into town. I don't have, like I said, I don't have much history on it. If anyone knows more of the background, let me know. But as I can see, there's two Protestant churches, so I would assume it's not like a mixed town, kind of like Besbrook. Not that that makes much of a difference these days, but just like an idea of like the architecture and like the history of how it developed. But anyway, we'll just walk through, and I'll keep the chit chat to a minimum until I get to where I'm going. So, as is very common across Northern Ireland, or the north of Ireland, and parts of across Ireland, let's say, so I don't get in trouble. There is commemorations to both World Wars, so 1914 to 1918, 1939 to 1945. Look not on this memorial with sorrow, but with pride, and try to live as nobly as those who served and died. So this will be to the people from the area who fought in the World Wars. And then over on this side, this is more recent, so members of the security force from the district who paid the supreme sacrifice. So these are members of the Royal Ulster Constabulary and Ulster Defence Regiment, who I think all of the, I don't know if these died, I'm sure some, if not all of these men, I think just men, would have died during the Troubles, by the hand of the IRA or the INLA, or maybe even in accidents. I don't know any of these, but these are people obviously either from the village or locality, so that's a more modern one, and it has the badge of the RUC and the prison service, and then the memorial, and then just up here, that's St. Luke's Church. So that's a replacement for the church that we were just looked at the ruins, because that last church, I think it was like 1780s or something, it was got rid of. This is a little garden of VE Day in the centenary of Northern. So that's what that was for the Orange Order chair, 1921 to 2021. So the centenary of the Anglo-Irish Treaty that would have officially divided Ireland into two, and then a little bench there for VE Day, World War II, and that's very common for Loughgall. Now, I'm definitely having some locals have a look at me driving past in the car with the camera, so I'll do my best not to offend. But anyway, we'll go on a little further and then we'll talk about the Loughgall ambush. So there you have it, St. Luke's. So yeah, 1795. So this was to replace the ruins that we were in. That was just down, back down into Loughgall that way. Silly camera. And then little play or school and stuff. But anyway, that's the church that replaced the old one. Now, getting down to where we're towards the old RUC barracks, it's where the Loughgall ambush took place.